talk to any and everybody about voting, because as they have the conversation about a monolith, no, we are not a monolith, but certain things apply to all of us. Number one, when they decided to go after quote unquote DEI, Black women, the most educated demographic in this country, somehow ended up the most unemployed out of everyone. Like, that is whether you, I'm just saying, there are certain targets that don't miss any of us, no matter who we think we are. And as the next thing that a lot of you will most likely participate in will be the press conference from my big brother, Ben Crump. Let me be clear about something. The way that they investigate the travesties that happen to us, that is not something that only certain people endure. We are a monolith when we end up being targeted by law enforcement or...
Agreed. A message is raggedy, is contaminated when you have to take subject matters that do not mind or do not graph off to treatment directly by themselves. DEI is going to take root of its same place that affirmative action did. Number one beneficiary of that area of that is white women. Well, the number one beneficiary of that area of that is these white women and other buffer classes. All right. So it ain't Black folks anyway. They snatch a couple of you Negroes up and give you some do-nothing jobs here in some old strange-ass departments, discrimination departments. All right, that they just make up these damn jobs to pay you real quick. All right, and in the cases where you kiss ass and do what the company tells you to do. All right, those were the people they were firing. All right, yes, indeed. All right, and in the case of seeing one person get something and everybody else is sitting back here in a bond. All right. Yeah, I don't support that. All right. Not at all. That's what she's speaking upon in here with DEI. If you got to talk about Freedmen, talk about Freedmen. You shouldn't have to speak to Black people through quote unquote democratic political terms here, dude. If it's genuine. All right. No, this is authentic trash here.
Or when we end up being disrespected as victims and there is no investigation. So understand there is a baseline, no matter who you are as a Black person, that we all end up in the same boat.
Let me take a moment now and thank the Congresswoman, because she ain't jump on me if she missed this plane.
To garner up support, man. We're back again with the same festival, same carnival, same circus. Hopefully everybody's chilling. This is it's like 5 or 6 p.m. over here, East Coast. No, chill, relaxed day. The sun ain't beaming too hard. It actually feels pretty good outside. Yeah, I recommend folks go get some air. Given the circumstances, some of these dates that we've seen in here, it's just blazing hot, nigga. You walk around like a glazed donut. Yeah, you might as well go on and get right. Anyhow, let me keep rapping to you. Let me rap to you. Second. We'll go back to this old footage that we have of Mayor Bowser showing up to a brother's house with Fauci. No, COVID-19 Fauci. All right. Yeah, showing up to this brother's doorstep. Yeah, I was confused too. This is from PBC. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, PBC.
The people in America are not settled with the information that's been given to us right now.
So I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot on a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time. It takes years to create vaccination.
Well, it used to take years.
Okay, it used to.
You know how many years were invested in this approach about 20 years of science to get us to be
20
able to
years
do
is
it
not
quickly.
enough. And 9 months is definitely not enough for nobody to be taking no vaccination that you came up with.
The only reason I'm talking to you right now, as close as we are, is that I've been vaccinated.
Right.
But if it allows thousands of people like you don't get vaccinated, you're going to let this virus continue to percolate in this country and in this world.
Something like the common flu then, right?
And
Yep, shut him down. Hold on here real quick.
It's much more serious than the flu.
Well, the flu kills a lot of people annually too.
You know how many people died of the flu the last year? I mean, not this year, virtually none, but the previous year, about 20 to 30,000. You know how many people have died from COVID-19 in the United States? 600,000 Americans.
Well, the number that you all giving that died, that's once again, that's you all's number.
you going to pass.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Because when you start talking about paying people to get vaccinated, when you start talking about incentivizing things to get people vaccinated, it's something else going on with that. Something else going on.
It is something going on
There's
with
something
it.
else.
You're right. But I'm glad millions of people like me and almost everybody here didn't get an incentive. You know what their incentive was? Protecting their health and protecting the city. But that's, I won't keep doing anymore.
You ain't showed up to black people's front door to hand us the tickets to the Roosevelt Hotel, nigga, and all the service you can get. No, that's for another group of people. You're not here in favor of us, nigga. All right? It's not your birthday. No, you're in D.C. and then Mayor Bowser's crooked ass knocks at your door with Fauci and a bunch of weird ass jokers with masks and flyers asking questions. You shut them down. All right? Y'all ain't got no juice nowhere, not even in your own hometown. Black people don't trust you. All right? They look at you, they size you up, they know what you are. All right? Yeah, them folks at your door. That's what we would call it. Yeah, them people. All right, literally. Now, what type of damn dirtbag do you see comes in here at a White House news conference and don't answer no damn questions? He's just sitting up there looking stupid and shit. All right. Yeah, Fauci is something else. No, Bowser is too, man. Bowser ain't shit. She sold DC out. Bowser ain't no Marion Barry by a long shot. All right. No, you're gonna let a bunch of illegals in here and then start crying wolf. You understand? When she asked for the National Guard, when it's too many pouring in there and ain't nothing you can do, you can't control the shit now. Now it's just out of your hands. You know, she ain't got no governor, so she got to go and ask the White House. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And she asked she asked Joe Biden for the National Guard, and Joe Biden said, hell no. All right. Yeah, you good. You can handle all those illegals. That's what happens when you flirt with this. What's going on, Steady Marvin? Same old. Yeah, just rapping, catching up with the new politics they got today. I got something special to show y'all. And I think I'm going to run it in now. I don't even want to waste any time. All right, we're going to go to CNN's quote unquote huge poll shift and these different things in here with these numbers. I just want to check out some things in here politically. All right, much love to the good people. And it's mainly about Gen Zs and about the young people. I keep my eye on that at all times. Because young voters bring forth new voters. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And old voters, well, right. No, you get the drift. All right. What is right behind me? Excuse me. It's squared up directly behind me. Get my head turned sideways so I can look out my side of mine. What you got, dude?
Change. That is one of the takeaways from the new CNN polling just out this morning, and is also something that Harry Anton has been tracking all year, and he is here with us right now.
I am here.
And excited. Woo! How big is this shift?
Yeah, I mean, we are talking about an absolutely huge shift. A 180. Young voters are fed up and they're taking their anger out on President Trump. We'll start off there. Take a look here. Voters under the age of 50 on Trump. In the fall of 2024, Kamala Harris led in our polling by just 3 points. Look at where Donald Trump is. He was within 3 points of Kamala Harris. Now his net approval rating on the year and the average of CNN polling. Look at minus 41 points. That is a shift of 38 points away from the president of the United States. He is falling through the floor. If you look at the trend line among voters over the age of 50 or 50 and older, the shift them against President Trump is less than half that. In fact, it's under a 15-point shift. So the reason President Trump is so unpopular at this point is the shift among younger voters, those under the age of 50, Gen Z, your millennials. They gave President Trump a little bit of a try in 2024. No longer. He is down there, right there underneath the ocean floor.
How does that translate to when you're looking at Congress?
Yeah, okay. So obviously President Trump is not on the ballot this year. But if you're a Republican in Congress and you think you're going to escape the unpopularity that President Trump has amongst younger voters, you got another thing coming, because just take a look at these shifts. Okay, in the fall of 2024, the choice for House margin, Democrats were leading amongst those under the age of 50 by 4 points. Look at that lead now, though. Look at that lead now. It's more than 4 times that, a double-digit shift. Their lead is now 17. Look at those 50 and older. Look at that. Republicans led by 8. They now lead by 6. Basically the same. The reason why Democrats have been able to jump out to this lead in Congress, the reason why that they are likely to take back the U.S. House of Representatives is not older voters. The key game that has shifted here, the key play that has shifted here is younger voters. Those under the age of 50 are taking out their anger, it seems to me, that they have against President Trump. They're going to take against Republicans in Congress this fall. This is a titanic type of shift away from the Republican Party. And
wrong again. This is how y'all keep getting your ass whooped. All right, because Trump's getting ready to head out of office. It does not really matter how much people don't like Trump. All right, it don't. It matters with whatever politicians that they have there in their town and who's going to move up. Plus, on top of that, folks are still feeling the repercussions of all the extra mess that the Democrats done left behind. And just because a group of folks is sitting here not supporting Trump does not mean that they automatically going to get it, sir. All right? That's what I mean. They pump this propaganda up to say, hey, well, it looks like this in the midterms. How can you be so goddamn sure? All right? And when they sat there to tell us in Florida that Hillary Clinton was going to win Florida there, they didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I don't listen to these jokers. I listen to actual young people moving around, and they don't support either one of you. All right? Yeah, like you acting like you got something. No, you don't. Yeah, don't get too excited too fast. All right? And you got to be able to see some of this shit properly pledged. I ain't seen a whole bunch of young people saying, well, I'm voting Democrat. I ain't see that. For anything I know, they don't trust either one of you. Mm-hmm. And a lot of young people are catching on to the terms of not voting and letting people fight it out on their own. All right? Because they understand they ain't getting nothing anyway. Should everybody want to play this numbers game with us? Go play your numbers game by yourself, nigga, where the money at. All right? Until then, you got a bunch of absent black people in politics, period. We just look from, all right, over the gate, nigga, or in between the fence. We just kind of staring. We ain't going walking in there. All right? No, it's not going to be up, down. We said, independent, vote green. It ain't going to be none of that. All right? Damn your electoral system, period. Hoe ass niggas. All right? If we can't get nothing. All right? And for all these folks that depend upon the black vote, let them shrivel up, nigga. All right? As I say, I'm gonna say it to you one more again, because I don't remember there was ever an era in a space during time where it wasn't a good deal of people that didn't like Donald Trump here, publicly or otherwise. All right. That doesn't mean that you going to get something. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. Mm. I'll believe it when I see it, family. That's what I'll tell you. Mm. Let me keep going.
To the Democratic Party.
Generally believed predictor, of course, in how things will pan out is the enthusiasm gap, if you will. So the most motivated voters, the people most excited or most, excited to turn out in the midterms. How is this looking?
Yeah, younger voters are as excited to turn out for this midterm as I am. Every single morning I appear with you as I bam off the screen, to quote Emeril Lagasse. And these are bam numbers. I mean, look at this. Voters under the age of 50, the choice for the House, among the extremely motivated. You know, you go back to the fall of 2024, Democrats only had a 2-point lead amongst them. Look at this lead now in the 2026 average. It's a 46-point advantage among the voters who are most likely to turn out, because midterm elections have lower turnout than presidential years. The extremely motivated is a very key.
Wild.
That's wild. This is
wild.
This is wild shift. Taking the words right out of my mouth. We're talking about a 44-point shift amongst those who are extremely motivated to turn out and vote. These are the types of numbers that blue waves are made of. And if there is a blue wave come November, it will be because of voters under the age of 50, younger voters who gave Republicans and President Trump a try in 2024. They're 180, and they're saying, you know what, we're going back to Team Blue, at least in the polling we see so far.
So far, it's good to see you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And let's not mistake here. You're putting in and allowing people in certain states that have been allowed to vote, you illegal in this country. A lot of people have sad and bitter hearts because Trump sent Tom Homan and the boys to break their foot off in your ass. All right? No, you still bitter. You're bitter about that. All right? No, so we got to add those things into work. So what I'm saying is that's not even necessary to the case that these niggas going to be sitting around. All right? I mean, look, man, everybody's cool and chilling, man, until your cousin get deported, nigga. All right? Yeah, your little brother or something, somebody get deported. All right? Yeah, then you recognize it ain't a game. All right? Yeah, so whatever support he's going to be getting a lot of legal immigrants and folks who got the right to stay in this country. Yeah, they'll go back to the Democrats, but how much are you going to be able to evaluate there with that, dude? All right. In other words, what can you salvage after Trump get finished? Because his word to ICE is to ramp it up. That's what he's been saying every week. Ramp it up. Grab up as many jokers as you can. All right. Every week. All right. No, I know because I checked this shit. He has not changed. So therefore, yeah, a lot of people gonna be pissed off, man. You're gonna be mad. All right. And what's my thought process with this here? All right. Well, we just gotta wait for the next 4 months to go past. You're speaking in the terms of something in here that's right around the corner. And in that same case, as you talk about Democrats are doing so well, we just watched the guy in Texas, all right, get shut down, dude. There's a black woman that ran out there and said black people don't trust you. All right. Yeah. All right. You got James Clyburn wilding out. All right. No, if it wasn't for you niggas, I'd be sitting tall. All right. No, sound like one of the villains off of Scooby-Doo. And I'd have had it done if it wasn't for you mangy kids. All right. No, if it wasn't for you niggas, Kamala Harris would be in office. No, dude. All right. If there was any other way here for a candidate to make you feel uncomfortable about their presidents controlling anything, it's a joker who keep chuckling. All right. Who got 101 identities and shit. All right. Don't want to give you nothing straight on. All right. Talking all weird. All right. You around other little funny bootleg coons that we know ain't right. Like Al Sharpton and Roland Martin passing money and shit. All right. I gotta have every athlete in the world in front of your face and entertainer, all right, to talk to you politically. All right. Yeah, that's somebody nobody's gonna trust, dude. All right. What's your angle? All right. Compared to what? What? Some joker standing in a drive-through window, all right, serving up McDonald's sandwiches. All right. Yeah, riding pickup trucks down the streets. If you see the difference in the cases of the marketing there presidentially, you understand one came from a case that was more authentic. The other one came from a circumstances that I'm higher than the hills. Your black savior has arrived. All right. Yeah, get your ass up out of here, nigga. All right. No, the white man can sit down, dude. Just get out of here. All right. You don't know if it's Jamaican, Indian, all right, Asian, all right, sister girl, all right, HBCU. All right. You just confused, man. All right. No, you have a past reputation of locking up sisters and brothers for crimes they ain't commit. All right. And then letting them sit there. All right. So these are the reasons why politically folks don't support Kamala Harris. It ain't no, all right, she's a female type of deal. It's not that. All right. It's that your reputation and your folder, your jacket stinks when it comes to black people. All right. No, it smells horrible. All right. You're laying up there next to Doug every night. All right. So we know you don't support black people here at all. All right. When it was time for you to have a union and a family, you didn't went to go get another person like Willie Brown. All right. Yeah. At least on those standards, if that's what you're doing. All right. No, she went to go find a Doug. God damn it. All right. That says it all. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Look, no offense. All right. Right. I'm just trying to put the math together. Detroit is in here. Much love to you. Much respect. He said they keep shadow banning me. They couldn't find it. Yeah, I get shadow banned often, man. Yeah, it's hard doing that type of work. Yeah, it is. It's back breaking. All right. Yes, indeed. I'm glad you found me, Detroit. Welcome back.
$100,000 to 1.1 million eligible Black Georgians did not vote. The 2018 governor's race was decided by 54,723 votes. The 2022 governor's race was decided by 191,581 votes. Y'all, 900,000 to 1.1 million Black people did not vote.
Good, nigga. What if you did to earn anything from black people? He's talking to you as if he's entitled to get something from you in the first place. Huh? Yeah, you damn right. It sounds like some black people with their head on their shoulders. All right, don't let people politically disrespect you. They come here with empty arms and a bunch of bullshit promises for minorities and people of color. All right, and black and brown bullshit. All right, that'd get a bunch of black people sitting on a couch somewhere, dude, saying, "Hey, screw this shit. You can't talk to me for real, then screw it." All right, yeah, they treating you like the dirty mistress, dude, in the middle of the night. All right. Can't bring you out during the daytime. Can't nobody see me talking to you niggas. All right. Right. Yeah, that's why somebody just said that's enough here. They had it. All right. And nigga asking you questions and you act like you can't answer their damn questions because you really don't plan on giving up any resources. You just seeing if you can steal something. All right. Yeah, those days are over. All right. Yeah, that shit is over, nigga. All right. What does he say? State your business. All right. These are the ending results right here. All right, and black folks be proud of this, dude. When you hear a no-neck nigga screaming at the top of his lungs about it, hey, so and so 900,000, so and so didn't vote. All these people didn't vote. That's good for us because what it's showing in the number sense here as freedmen is that number is becoming larger and larger every 4 years. All right, that's what it's telling us. Mm-hmm. He said, "Did you see Nancy Gray cook Officer Tatum's?" No, but we will go ahead to take a look at it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we will now. Hold on here.
In 2024, North Carolina, Donald Trump won that state by 150,000 votes. Some 600,000 black people did not vote in North Carolina in 2020.
And this is as we listen to this is a no-neck tether. All right, as I said, that they offered zero benefits. When you seen the nigga Ham Hock Head, he was out here campaigning for benefits and resources for himself. God damn it! All right, even when he say black media, he was talking about him. All right, we talking about black media dollars and all this shit. Mm-hmm. And they showed up close to the end of campaign of the Chitlin circuit, the Chitlin circuit, and they gave Al Sharpton $250,000 national black action, whatever that shit is. All right, that's his shit. All right, and Roland Martin's digital unfiltered underground, whatever, that's his shit. They gave him $350,000. All right. Yeah, for a bullshit ass interview where you ain't even pressed Kamala Harris at all on nothing. All right. No, them niggas got paid, and he was still whining the whole time about getting paid afterwards with that damn cowboy hat, them cowboy hats on, nigga, and them sweatshirts. All right. Yeah. Yeah, he got paid. All right. Yes, indeed. Like I said, for them jokers here, at least there's at least about 2 more paychecks or so, man. 2 big checks for them to collect here, going back and forth, maybe even more. All right, let me be clear, maybe more. Mm-hmm. All right. As far as juice and validity, them being all right, something that black folks go ahead to cater to. No, not unless you got gray hair. God damn it. All right, if you got gray hair, yeah. When you see these little crowds and shit that he be talking in front of, it's a bunch of gray hair in there. That's who's in there. All right, the church, nigga, somebody's congregation. You understand? All right, yeah. Shit. And the same way with Al Sharpton, he had to be asked. That nigga said, "We got 2 young people in the building. It's youth day. It's supposed to be youth day. We got 2 young people." Yeah, nigga, you did. You did. All right. Yeah, man. Young people are always going to be the future. I don't give a damn what time or era it is. That's just natures of the laws of nature, and what physics and what it is. All right. Yeah. Young people are the damn future. As you get old, one of them, if you are blessed enough to get old, will be taking care of your ass, nigga. All right. So you have to make sure that you're unselfish and providing a future for them. All right. That's where it comes down. You hear me talking about reparations. I'm 37 years old, man. I've seen a good deal and good pieces of life. I want this for them. All right. They shouldn't have to move as hard as some of us have at all. The dollar has, as I told you here, doesn't look the same as our parents and grandparents and what have you. All right. Somebody got to do goddamn something. You just gonna sit there. All right. I'd rather my young folks gamed up here. Mm-hmm. No, underneath of all circumstances. Older people too. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. No, we got everybody can't sit down to measure to listen to everything. This is why this is certain people's duties and what the hell you supposed to be doing. All right. No, measuring out the bullshit. All right. And where are we at politically? We're winning. All right. Slam like that. Because if every person's a politician, got to come and talk to us, they have to have cold feet because they're afraid of somebody saying reparations. Well, then everybody's in trouble. All right. Ain't no sneaking around this, nigga. You ain't scooching around the corner like a rodent, nigga. That ain't happening. All right. Not at all. All right. Everybody's got an objective at this time. And I told my brothers and sisters, if you catch one of these jokers flat-footed out in front of y'all where you able to take questions and they gonna call on the crowd, you already know what to do. All right. Black first.
Now, if you want to understand again what, and I keep telling y'all, if you want to understand what happens when we turn out, what happens when we vote, I go to 2000.
1 second. Let me go ahead. He said, how many? He said, white and Hispanic people have voted. They act like we are the reason to. Yeah, but they look to see how much they can get out of a freedman for free. This is how they balance the scales of kissing everybody else's asses and handing out goodies. All right. Yeah. How many vulnerable Negroes are going to go vote because we patted them on top of the head or mention your name in a room? All right. Yeah. Come on and do our bidding. All right. No, you will still be oppressed. They still going to put police still going to put the paws on you. All right. Your rights will be violated. You're not getting anything. All right. You may be gentrified out your community, nigga. All right. Absolutely. All right. Because the difference is, even with some parts of this, I talk about it politically, the Republicans, Republicans are known to stay on their goddamn side of town. Black folks stay on their side. They stay on it. They don't really bother you. Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. Democrats want to follow your ass home, nigga. All right. Oh, this is nice. This is pretty good. We can do something with this. Next thing you know, you don't live there anymore, nigga. All right. Yeah. God damn it. Reform, nigga. No, in the words of all right, in the words of Brother Mousson from The Wire. Reform, Lamar. Reform. All right. Yeah, you don't live there anymore. All right. Yeah, they ain't shipped your ass to live somewhere else. All right. Hold on.
2000 and 2008. This was for the New York Times. Total turnout 2008 was about the same as it was in 2004, about 64% of voting age citizens. It said, but with Barack Obama on the ballot, the makeup of the 131 million who voted last year was markedly different. While the number of non-Hispanic white voters remained roughly the same, 2 million more blacks, 2 million more Latinos, and 600,000 more Asians turned out. Compared with 2004, the voting rate for Black, Asian, and Hispanic voters increased by about 4 percentage points. The rate for whites declined by 1 percentage point. What have I been telling y'all?
Okay, what has he been telling us, y'all? Hold on. Where's this no-neck bastard been uttering?
When white voters are here and we go here, we can win.
We ain't got nothing to win for tethers, nigga. That's why you're a Democratic shield. What are you talking about? All right? Ain't nobody out in the street spitting some stuff out here talking about how they want to get things cracking for black people. I don't know who that nigga is right now. All right? You making up shit. You talking about we. Who the hell is we? You talking about tethers? All right? No, Democrats is going to give shit to their buffer classes. They always do. All right? No, that's where he talking about we can win. Yeah, the Democrats can send another check over there. All right? No, in other words. All right? I think Trump's administration, the first one, sent some money over there by thinking like, damn, nigga, you talked all that shit about damn Trump. Nigga. He gave over $200,000. All right. And that's for that scope around to these certain like black media companies or corporations there, and the government itself goes ahead to grease your hand. All right, like the Breakfast Club or what have you. All right, or Fox Soul. All right, no, one of those type of news organizations. And they go around to certain ones here and drop a bag off. All right, and he was one of those ones of the Trump administration. All right, hold on. Yeah. Everything. We're back, man. All right. Make decisions here. No, I'm back here. Not sure what that was. No, it happened sitting in here twice so far. So, in other cases, man, I just feel like it's something here to a case with something that's just directly interfering in with my service. Whatever it is. All right. Yeah, if you're sitting there in one spot, it just keeps going. It's like, all right. And you sit your ass and you get tired of enough of it, you just get up and say you call it a wrap. I ain't sit there like this shit been my damn age. Misery loves company. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I ain't keeping none of it company. Mm-mm. Halfway thrown off, staying in your direction. All right. I ain't got nothing, man. How can I take the little bit of whatever he got? All right. That's the land of this. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes. More than you would imagine. Some people you want to make excuses for, but it is exactly how you can see it. If it don't make any sense, if there's no financial change in the price or cost on how they live their life, then what's the point? I don't even see me doing a whole bunch of goddamn busting my ass and moving around here for nothing. It's got to mean something. All right. Yes, indeed. 1 second. Hello? Hey. Let's take a look. Because as I'm looking in here, for the layouts and certain stuff, here we go. I can see my comment section. Yeah, I'm trying to help remove some of these other things that I got in here later. Give me 1 second. There it goes. It's shutting itself down. Yeah, dude's name is Dookie. He said, tether Dookie outside. That's very unfortunate. All right. Tether Dookie outside. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand what it's drawing to. All right. It's just unfortunate. That's all. Nobody should have to live like that. All right. Hold on.
At Notre Dame de Haiti Church in Miami, the empty pews tell a story of a congregation ravaged by immigration policy. Many now too scared to be seen in public.
What I have done to deserve that treatment from this government here in America? The forces of evil are at work.
The priest talks of a crisis, and he's right. 330,000 Haitians in the United States had temporary protected status, beginning with the 2010 earthquake. Suddenly, they're losing their legal right to live and work here. This was the government announcement. Your free trial of America has ended, it said. Here, they're looking for meaning in what seems like madness. Further, immigration agents can now carry out enforcement.
Is it relatable to any Friedman standard? No, number one, we don't flee at all here. But to what standard we can look at it from the levels of colonization is to always keep these groups in a place where they're not uprising on them. You're more so leaning into church and God and things like that, for the same course that they told us to, you go ahead to hold the Bible while we hold the shotgun. All right. Same form. Mm-hmm. When you have managed to go ahead to accept and love your chains and things like that, all right, well, then you go to some of the defeated standards that got you there, man. Mm-hmm. First and foremost, like I told you, if you're from Haiti, your thought process should be to revolt on the people there in your homeland. If it ain't enough resources, if it ain't this, if it ain't that, if a nigga can't chill without getting kidnapped, if somebody might go upside your damn peanut head. All right. Well, then you might want to, get your troops in order. All right. Consolidate your troops. You understand? Yeah. Do some reconnaissance. All right. Consolidate your troops. All right. And go get it popping. All right. That's what you should do. All right. You understand? Good. That's it. All right. Like I said, the people are the government. The government are the people, nigga. I always say this shit. All right. Right. That's what it is. It's not going to change, dude. That arithmetic there, these cases, the amount of math right there is never going to change. So if y'all don't want certain conditions in your land as a society, you do not have to keep it that way. Mm-hmm. Just make sure you got consequences for niggas. That's all. No real consequence. You understand? Hold on here.
Show respect for the people
In parts of the United States are they're now moving legal live.
All right. Y'all think they standing up in there too. All right. Load you up in there like a can of sardines, nigga, and ship you to Rwanda. All right. Where you can stay in their country for 5 years. And then you got to apply for citizenship again. All right. I believe those are the rules. All right. And don't sit here and say, that's why I say people are ungrateful, dude. Don't sit up in here and start talking shit about the U.S. and what Donald Trump said and all this shit. All right. That presidential election and all this stuff was about years ago. Niggas been chilling for a minute. All right. Folks been chilling. All right. They even gave you 14 more damn days to get your affairs in order. They looked out. They didn't have to give you anything. All right. No, and in the moment you lift up the levy and say, hey, we're going to have to go back to following the law, niggas. All right, the law is gonna have to get popping. All right. No, man, folks want to get sensitive, man, and start throwing stones. That's why you don't go ahead to give a nigga nothing. All right. No, because when it's time to let go and you can't get no more, nigga, it's always gonna be some slick shit. All right, nigga saying saying something extra underneath his breath or trying to badmouth you. All right. Yeah, you wasn't saying that while you was in here living it up, nigga. All right. Heard somebody else here. I told you a couple days ago or so here talking about how bad America is. All right. I'm like, damn, you living over here, yo. You live here. I'm sure you could return to Jamaica. I'm sure they want you. All right. They don't disrespect my country, man. They don't do that. All right. No, not while you sitting here laid up in here next to me. All right. What kind of shit is that? All right. No, I can see if you wanted to talk some shit and you was right now on Jamaican soil. All right. All right. That makes sense. All right. But not while you sitting up in here and niggas is giving you room and board and you're getting taken care of. All right. Yeah, that don't make any goddamn sense. All right. No, not to me. All right.
Much of this is about dehumanization.
The name calling.
Oh my Lord, man! Did they just they use the term dehumanization? Can I say something, baby? Can't nobody make a person love themselves, all right? No, enough to make sure you take care of your own shit. All right? You can't force that upon a person. All right? No, if a nigga don't care about himself, then that's that. All right? No, you're gonna be crusty every time, nigga. All right, baths and washing. All right. No, your lips is ashy all the time. All right. Yeah. Like you can't force that upon an individual. All right. And that would go ahead to say, and I really put this out hard. All right. A person is great there. All right. Resourceful. All right. Or an excellent person to society if they can go and get it popping anywhere, dude. All right. Especially if you can show me this in your homeland. I always say this here. All this other shit ain't worth nothing unless you can show me it in your homeland. All right. So if you said about doctors and teachers and priests and all of this and folks who work for ICU and all this other case, I say I'm great you were able to make a life here in America. That's wonderful, dude. All right. But that also shows that you can do this shit in your homeland if you would attempt to try. All right. Right. Yeah, you return their people. Because as I said, if you're looking at it from a positive standpoint, all that money coming back home to y'all. All right. And you can cipher it through Haiti. You understand? To get your economy back up. All right. Shit. No, everything ain't a bad thing, baby.
You know, the stigma they were putting now was probably the elements using to serve as justification of what is being done by the system today. And I know the president knows better. He has many Haitians working in his hotels, in his places. He knows the work ethics of so many Haitians. He knows that's not true.
This part of Miami is known as Little Haiti, formed by immigrants decades ago, dealing from the ruling.
Yeah, and for y'all little Hades there, all right, I told y'all people started selling out. You talking about places like Miami or where have you? All right, yeah, folks started when white folks' property got destroyed here, meaning the beach water started to float into their homes that was real close to the beach. They looked behind them to collect the properties that were 10 feet above sea level. All right, yeah, 10 feet above sea level. And that just happened to be Little Haiti. All right. So, but one by one, spot by spot, they started showing up here with Haitian translators, people that come from their country, to persuade and get them to sell their land. All right. Or to sell their spot here. Yeah, this is true. Y'all can go back to look at this. All right. Yeah. And they were successful in a big deal of this course because what they did is they raised the property value up 12%. All right. So even if you didn't pay for your land already, you were screwed, dude. All right. But you couldn't afford to get it. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So they locked you down on both sides of the map, man. All right. Yeah, that's how they went to go do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, indeed. Hold on one second.
Are shuttered. Immigrants run the restaurants and prop up the healthcare system across Miami.
Farah, how has life changed?
Farah has just finished her final shift as a hotel worker. She's an entrepreneur and decorated community activist.
I have done extra shopping to make sure that,
so that you don't have to leave the house because you might get picked up by ICE if you're outside.
Now she lives in fear.
It feels like living in a nightmare.
What will happen to you if you're sent back to Haiti?
A death sentence. For me, going back to Haiti is a death sentence. They have put a travel warning, category 4, the highest warning to Haiti, telling to American citizens, do not go there. So that means the condition are bad. So why are you saying that now it's safe for Haitian to go back? What is the message you're sending to the world? That Haitian life has less value than American life?
Some of those whose legal status is...
Go back into that paperwork thing. No, the paperwork. It says right there, temporary status. That's what it says. All right. That's it. That means you can't hug the block forever. You got to get out. All right. Oh, man. Ain't nobody trying to be harsh, but all right. There's a legal binding contract. And this is why people all in courts and folks are letting you get 2 extra weeks. And shit. All right. People trying to work with you. All right. Yeah. And I tell you like this, your survival and you getting benefits and all this bullshit matters to these politicians more than it does freedmen. All right. Shit. They've already written a bill to continue to keep fighting for this shit. All right. Shit. You got HR 40 that's been sitting there forever, nigga, and they don't plan on touching it. All right. That shit is for window dressing only, nigga. All right. To make it look like they might give black people something. Mm-hmm. Huh? Yeah, keep yelling out reparations and looking crazy and shit. They don't plan on giving you anything, because if they did, they would have went here to pass that already. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Violence and extreme poverty. A choice here believed they should never be forced to make. Martha Kellner, Sky News, Little Haiti, Miami.
I said before, if a joker was tough enough to march their ass all the way over here, all right, well, then you should be good getting back home and getting right. All right. I don't want to hear this shit. Some of y'all been here for a little bit of time, others 20 years or so. That's enough to build a bunch of economics, dude, and to take care to have yourself something decent over there. All right. Yeah, you should. You should have all the insurances to have enough bread to be good. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, then oh well, nigga. That's what I'll say. Shit. The hell are we supposed to do? All right. No, America got its own affairs to take care of. Freedmen first, nigga. Us more important than anything. You got to go ahead and get our money in order. All right? Right. Shit, every time you turn around, if it's a political issue, it's a joker sitting in front of you trying to explain to you, dude, about how your most biggest priority, nigga, is somebody else's problem, nigga. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it ain't about our cash or anything else like that. It's about changing the subject, nigga. That's what it's about. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yeah, they'll tell you they support certain stuff here. All right. But you notice, and I even noticed this for that politician that beat Jasmine Crockett. All right. The moment that they even speak upon looking out for black people and giving us a little bit of resources, the first thing that they do, Hall, is point to this benign neglect thing of giving everybody else something, dude. All right. Everybody else got problems too. That's some of that Bernie Sanders bullshit, man. That's what it is. All right. Because the main thing is like, hold on, nigga, I didn't ask you about Tom, Dick, and Harry's business, nigga. I didn't ask you about that. I asked you about our business. All right. So that's where the conversation should stay at. All right. No, right there. Mm-hmm. You got shit drifting off into the bushes, man. People talking, deflecting, talking to you like you're crazy or something. All right. Like they didn't hear what you just said. You understand? We got to make sure we come in and get ours. Mm-hmm. Shit. That's why I said we ain't got no love for any of these politicians. All right. Now, some news that came in here from Houston City Council woman or council member. All right. Caroline Evans Shabazz. Reaction to a federal ruling deeming the city's race-based contracting programs, all right, as unconstitutional. 1 second.
We are trying to present opportunities playing field. And it's disappointing when you find out that the work that you have put into this to try to level the playing field has been deemed unconstitutional. So that's why it is disappointing. I just want minority business owners to know that we are still going to try to engage them in city contracts and help them to be able to thrive because we know that there are challenges, but certainly we know that we can rise to challenges, and we're hoping that they will know that we are behind them to be able to overcome this. We were relying a great deal on this. Now that it is that is successful, we still have to help our small businesses to be able to.
I sat back and I looked at the circumstances of me. All right, just seeing this from this standpoint of where they're coming from here. All right, I'm checking it down. And I think the case of the circumstances were more to the context of that we have a situation there that it's actually going to balance out things. It's going to make things politically in here good to the layers of where it needs to be at. All right. And because you have anything that points to balance, all right, something that you have in here that doesn't point to non-justice or something slimy in here, also, and then what that reflects to here is a surface here that they got to mark out. That's what I see. This is why when I hear her say in the context of minority, yeah, it throws you right off of anything because that's how you got here. All right. Yeah, this is exactly how you got here to these contexts. All right. Nothing different. All right. You got here because cases of people whitewashing your stuff with everybody else, dude. All right. Man, I just had to go ahead to blur out whatever I had there. I had to close my door for a second here. All right. Yeah, I didn't want my microphone picking up everything in here. All right. Yeah. Hey, look, hey, I'm moving as smooth as I can here this evening, and it feels great. All right. Yes, indeed. Now I got to go back here to a pieces of context that I have in here that scrambled somewhat to see what the deal is. All right, circumstances telling me something can't be reached and all this, as y'all can see on my screen. Yeah, because I got to deattach this. Hold on 1 second. All right. the Muhammad Ali switch around for Dana White. All right, Muhammad Ali's American Boxing Revolt Act already passed the House. Today, Senate officials introduced a version for review that starts the Senate process before a committee or a floor vote. Change includes a 3-year cap on fighters and first UBO contracts, a 90-day window to negotiate with other promoters before a contract expires, and adds contracts and safety protections. Now, what I'm going ahead to look at here clearly here is a basis that I don't want another UFC that connects itself there to boxing. We don't need it. It has a bad example within its existence. All it has had is a bunch of class action lawsuits. You take and put a manager and a promoter there in the same position, and you have Dana White. That's what you got. All right. You just have some type of way in here to do this, to get this done. All right. To where there ain't nobody staring directly at you. But at the end, yes, money gets short and people get cheating out of dollars here, folks. Dirty deals get done in the dark. And this helps them. All right. It gives you cases of plausible deniability when you can start fidgeting with something that was made to protect boxers, dude. There's no need to do a damn thing to the Ali Act unless you plan on taking more money from the fighter and you want to legally, and court-wise and everything, make it appropriate for you to have standing, all right, without you being sued and taken down for everything. And it leaves the boxer, all right, and in some of these cases, if you're not careful, more vulnerable than you were originally. All right, when we say for Ali, Smoking Frazier, a lot of these other guys, Big George Foreman, they paved the way. They did a whole lot, man. They looked at that was not just your pay scale. It wasn't just that. That was the beginning. But it was that piece that said, you know what, you're not going to F around with these young people here. All right, because there'll be certain protocols where you can't, quote unquote, get your Don King on. All right, and start stealing from them these boxes here in the cases where this is all they're going to have. This is the money that they're going to be able to feed themselves, is what they earn. All right. Yeah. And the hurt sport, the hurt business. All right. That's important. That's their retirement. That's what's supposed to take care of their family. That's all of that. All right. You have some nigga where they can come in and start taxing you a bunch of damn percentages no matter what. I'm your manager and I'm your promoter. So if I get in a beef or they mad with that person, then it slows all your money down as well too. All right. That's why I said for Dana White, it's like, yeah, you can continue to keep boxing and have a career and do all this other stuff. Yeah, you can, but you're going to have to kiss his ass. You got to make sure you're on his good side. All right. Make sure that y'all are not in a bad place, because if you are, well, then I feel sorry for you. All right. Yeah, you're going to have a hard time trying to financially balance out because he's an asshole too. Well, he's an asshole too who feels like he has a reputation to maintain. So you go ahead to add those two mixtures there in the case. What you do go ahead to have here, all right, is catastrophic damage and careers held up, man, and class action lawsuits and money not being right, man. And a bunch of cats, veteran dudes on social media complaining about where they're at financially and how much money Dana White jerked them out of. That money, extra $50,000. Means in less value you do, all right, then a whole deal. A lot of these other folks who didn't do anything, you didn't punch anybody, all right. Yeah, but majority, a good portion go Yeah, let me go ahead to finish what I got in here. Yeah, it took me off here again. I don't know what's going on with this. The connection, something jumps in there and it kind of interferes with the service here up here. So it lingers in back and forth. One moment it's straight, the next minute it go ahead, snatch everything off, got the picture moving all janky. But I can actually go out here and chill to get a moment there. Mm-hmm. That way I ain't got the fan blowing real heavy as I'm sitting there talking. Mm-hmm. No, I don't really need too much of anything here past anything I put up there. All right, so I was talking there. All right, and I know I was mentioning before I had left out of there, I was mentioning the cases of Crawford, Terrence Crawford. Yeah, he exposed the WBC here. All right, for all right, yeah, for that belt. All right, you paying for niggas. All right, WBC. All right, yeah, you paying for niggas damn suits and gaiters and shit. All right. Yeah, and what he did is played the game with these jokers like they play the games with black folks all the time. All right. All right. Yeah, that's what he did. He played the game with niggas. All right. And at the end, I actually feel that Terrence Crawford's opinion about the belt is what matters. He said the best fighter in the world. Yeah. So if he comes to you and says, all right, well, this title ain't worth shit. All right. The moment he did, you started seeing other fighters start to use that language. All right. Yeah. So it caught on. All right. If you recognize that the bigger aspect of the game is just to earn the paper anyway, just to get money. All right. Well, he's able to go in the game and do that already. That's what he was doing. All right. Getting in there with Canelo, Errol Spence Jr. All right. Getting a big bag, Amir Khan, all these niggas. All right. Cal Brooks. That was his lane, at least his time to go ahead to get a bigger slice of the pie. He earned that. All right. He earned that. All right. Yes, indeed. Once you get to a certain part of Mount Everest as a boxer, all right. Yeah. I mean, you can start dictating the rules because the truth of the matter is everybody is looking to fight you. You are the cash cow. All right. Yeah. This is why even when Saul Canelo Alvarez told the WBC to screw off, all right, kiss my ass. All right. After he popped dirty for clenbuterol in his system. After that happened, yeah, he tried to act like he ain't want nothing to do with the WBC and all of this crap. All right. And that's when they went and made him the platinum belt. Mm-hmm. Not just him, they gave Vasil Lomachenko some type of like do nothing belt like this, but it was called the platinum belt. That's exactly what it was called. Mm-hmm. You couldn't lose it due to a fight. Somebody couldn't beat you for it. It was something real cheesy. All right. But the WBC had created this title. All right. Way back when. And what my thing is that we don't need all of these titles at all. We never had. The bigger confusion for a casual boxing fan is the case is that there's so many champions, dude. All right. Like I said, you couldn't have four champions in one weight class. All right. That is very possible. All right. In most cases, cats do what they can to unify, but that's not always what the deal is. And as far as Undisputed is concerned, man, a lot of people act like they scared, man. You get to a certain route and you're looking at these great fights, at least here. All right. That we've seen out here about Devin. All right, Devin Haney's case here, and the young man that he was supposed to fight when they went to purse bid. I believe that young brother Keyshawn was supposed to get somewhere around like maybe 2 or possibly 3 million, maybe 2 million. And for his cases there, the split is somewhere around the lines of 75-25 or to the point of just him getting a lower percentage there. All right, Devin gets the much higher piece in the purse. And because of that, you know, he's fighting to be able to get $5 million in the deal. So he rejected the contract. All right. And this is one of the bigger fights that they had coming. They had spoke and announced that this fight was on the table. All right. And now it isn't. Yes, indeed. My opinions about that. I mean, right now, Devin Haney is the man. He's that guy. I know some people don't like him and all that. It feels like it's personal. All right. It's not his fault that Ryan Garcia put some steroids in his system and to come fight him. All right. To me, Ryan Garcia is a dishonorable person. When you go to look on Google at Devin Haney's record, he's undefeated. If you go look at it on BoxRec. All right. So that loss is off of his record. All right. That's one of the biggest things I'm happy about for those circumstances. All right. No, he don't have to necessarily take that or keep that with him. All right. Yeah, that can be psychologically crippling to any fighter here. I mean, he still got to mentally take it. All right. But it's like remembering that fight, man. Haney was doing well at the beginning of the fight. Very good. All right. And then after just a certain point, I want to say the 7th round or so, all right, it just seemed like Ryan hit the gas a little bit harder. And the truth is that's when them damn steroids started to kick in. And I don't respect it. No, I don't, dude. And I think that fighters getting into like these big, dangerous fights or where have you shit like that shit can damage a fighter for the rest of his life. All right. Shit, that's what I know is true here. You can be gun shy, nigga. All right, whatever the case is. Your reflexes ain't as good as they used to be. All right. Yes, indeed. All that comes into the swing, man, of being able to win and to be able to lose here. Roy Jones was the same way. All right. He would have never got knocked out by Glenn Johnson if Tarver didn't put him to sleep. All right. No, that never would have happened. All right. No, not at all. But like I said, that's your senses being off, dude, and your reflexes being shot, man. All right. Adrian Broner, another example. You go back and watch Broner versus Mikey Garcia here. All right. And that's a fight here that if you are a true boxing fan, it will piss you off because you're waiting for Broner to get started. And he's sitting around here trying to look like Mayweather. All right. And he never truly gets started. No, not at all. All right. Yeah, he's trying his best to do his Floyd Mayweather Jr. imitation. All right. Sitting there in the shoulder roll. All right. And these are some of the got him got, man. All right. No, it got him got bad, Hoss. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you that much here. Because even for Showtime Sean Porter, he dropped Porter in the 12th round. All right. And what that told me from Broner is if he fought Porter aggressively like that the whole fight, he could have beat him. All right. Yes, indeed. You could have beat him if you dropped him in at 12. All right. Sean Porter outboxed him that whole damn fight. All right. And at the end, he won. All right. But Broner was the stronger fighter in there. That's what I could see. It just came. You can see the lack of effort on his end. All right. And when he fought Mikey Garcia, it was really bad because he kept shaking his head. You know how Floyd to shake his head or something like that when you ain't hit him. Yeah, he kept doing that, but Mikey was hitting him clean. All right. Yeah. Same thing with Madonna. All right. All right. But I want to say in them courses there, it was just an ass whooping for 12 rounds. I was yelling at the screen. All right. Because I wanted him to let his hands go. All right. I think the ass whooping that Madonna put on him. All right. Yeah, that shit did something to him psychologically. He never was the same Broner to me. He had flashes where he looked decent or he was able to have an okay fight, maybe. All right. But like I said, a loss on a professional fighter's career here, all right, can make all the difference to whatever their future is going to be, Hoss. No, just an L, man. No, one L. All right. Voters reveal most significant midterms and their concerns. All right. Let me get on over here to this. All right. Yeah. That happens to the best of them, man. Shit. Sonny Liston. All right, after Ali knocked his ass out, man, he wasn't the same. All right, that gorilla wasn't in him like that. All right, no, he probably could still whoop on you, throw a few punches, but just the aura, man, of what came with you, niggas being scared. You understand? All right, when Marvin Hagler knocked out Thomas Hearns like that, dude. All right, yeah, niggas might have not been scared of Thomas Hearns like that no more. All right. No, Hagler knocked his Jerry curl loose, nigga. All right, he looked like he had extra hair on his head when he hit the ground, nigga. It was all wet, all of it. All right. Oh, he put that nigga to sleep. Remember, them niggas used to box with their socks pulled all the way up to their kneecaps, nigga. All right, past their kneecaps. All right, yes, indeed. He had Jerry curl juice, one of them Soul Glow hairstyles. All right. And Hagler put Thomas Hearns slam sleep, nigga. All right, it's one of some of the worst shit I ever seen. All right. Yeah, simply because he was tall, man. You say what you call it, man. Thomas Hearns is long, man, tall and skinny around there. You picture a guy. All right, goddamn it. It might have fight at middleweight here, so he was about 6'2". All right, fighting at 160 pounds. That's what it was like here. Maybe 6'1". All right, hold on here. Now let me get back over here to this. Yeah.
Primary season is almost over, and that means we are about 13 plus weeks away from the time when you vote on which political party controls the power on Capitol Hill. And as we do it here on the Faulkner Focus, voters' voices matter most. Historically, the party which holds the presidency loses ground. That's seats in the House and Senate. And a recent Fox poll on the generic ballot shows Democrats hold a slight edge, 1 point outside the margin of error. And when it comes to those highly motivated in the midterm elections to vote, it's a virtual tie between Republicans and Democrats. Now look at that. That is remarkable. Way above 80% for both. People are ready to vote. A separate national poll shows the economy as the top issue on voters' minds as November fast approaches. The economy by a wide margin, in fact. And something causing a huge rift in the Democrat Party, particularly the rise of socialism and radical left candidates running and winning in primaries all across the country. A new poll shows a majority of Democrats say they see socialism favorably, as well as the major organization backing socialist candidates, the DSA.
I've explained this socialist crap, man, just through showing you a damn neighborhood, a government-funded grocery store, and it wasn't shit in there. Not a damn thing. All right? When you start opening up these little non-profit joints, people start stealing, nigga. All right? Runs hand in hand. You can't trust a nigga in sight. All right? Yes. You got to understand, for my nonprofit anyway, they going to decide how much money that they make. All right? Right. So it's going to get greasy, dude. All right? They said they dropped off in that one spot, grocery store that had to shut down. They dropped off something like $18 million, dude. All right? And the shelves was butt naked in it. You understand? Hold on here.
Republicans very much have the opposite opinion. And earlier this morning, 8 people spanning the political spectrum say it's time now to hear them talk. So here are the voters' voices.
So if you're getting ready to work on some of the outlets in your home, there's actually a really cool tool that helps you find what breaks.
In the front row, from left to right, we have Kieran, a Republican, Naomi, a Democrat, Ruben, Republican, Mary Josephine, an independent. And in the back row, again, left to right, Jay, a Democrat, Dominic, independent, Corey, Democrat, Robin, Republican. Welcome all in right now. I want to jump right in with something that kind of surprised me. You guys all talked with my team. You kind of set up where you are going into the midterm elections. And Naomi, you're new to Voters' Voices. Welcome aboard. You said that you are now kind of a centrist Democrat.
Yes.
But I notice that you are all over the place politically and that there are some problems in the Democrat Party for you.
Yes.
Talk to us.
Yes, since I'm a centrist, I don't like anything on the extremes on either side. So I'm pretty unhappy with things going farther to the left in the Democratic Party. And I think when it comes to governing people, I don't see a lot happening when people are far on the left and far on the right. I think people need to be closer to the center to be able to work across parties and actually get something done.
All right, you and Corey actually have, and Corey, you guys can kind of talk to each other if you want to jump in here, but I specifically have this question. You both listed anti-Semitism as your number one concern this voter cycle. Real quickly, Corey, your thoughts.
I think that anti-Semitism has become extremely normalized. When the mayor of New York is addressing a country in the Middle East that's the only Jewish state in the world, I think it's just he's trying to promote his own agenda, and it's fanning the flames of the divisiveness that's going on. And I have personally experienced a horrid normalization of anti-Semitism and just how wide it's become and accepted.
I'm sorry to hear that it has been that personal experience.
I don't think some of these people politically know what they're talking about. All right? Nor does any of this Rome really matter. All right? Because it ain't like they did us the favor of getting us a bunch of young people. No, they didn't. All right. And when they had to grab up 8 individuals here, all right, where their mental conditions can be anything. All right. There ain't nothing to be able to measure anybody in here. I'm just listening. All right, hold on.
For you, real quickly, you told my team you're a homeless Democrat. What does that mean politically?
I feel that I don't have a place in really either party. I'm also somewhat of a centrist as well. I've always had progressive beliefs. I support a lot of progressive ideas. However, I'm not happy with the way that either party is going. I think they're both becoming extremely extreme. And, it's that horseshoe method where now they're meeting here and nothing is done here in the center, where we really need this country to move forward.
Interesting. All right. I see that you may be voting for a Republican for New York governor, Bruce Blakeman. He's picking up in the polls. There are only a couple of...
And I'm spot on once again. No, I'm spot on. You heard her. Yeah, I don't like either one of them. Both of them make me feel uncomfortable. All right. They're not anything that I can agree with right now. That's a lot of people.
Apart, he and Kathy Hochul. So that's interesting, too. All right. So I started off with 2 Democrats. Ruben, I want you to weigh in here based on what you've just heard, but also what's important this midterm cycle.
Well, it's the most significant midterm that this country's going to have. You have a cancer brewing here, and it's building up very fast. People looking at these small towns and villages and the mayor's offices. But I think it's going to go even further if we don't nip it in the butt. Right now, the socialists, and I don't call them socialists, they're actually communists. This is something that's going real fast. And if we don't get control of it, somehow it's going to absorb us. And I say get control, not negative, but we really got to get the message out. As a Republican, conservative Republican, we really got to get our message out there and make it stronger so that people, especially those who are in the middle, you got the independent voters you got to keep an eye on. They will go with us this time around, I hope, if these guys continue doing what they're doing.
Well, one thing we do here on Voters' Voices and the Faulkner Focus is we want to talk with real people. And we find that here in New York City, a lot of times, especially during summer, you've got people coming from all over the country. So we sent out our crew to talk about this topic of Democrat socialism. Let's watch.
Curly knots? No problem. Dry and frizzy? Easy.
countries and leaders that have embraced socialism has had such a tragic end to it, and the people are the ones that end up suffering the most.
Social Security is a socialist program. Medicare is a social program. SNAP benefits. So it really depends on how you define socialism. I think people tried to exploit it.
Yeah. All right. No, you know people are thrown up. All right. Brain ain't working right. So you just say socialism to them. All right. And they're going to go ahead to explain and pair off as best as they can. I mean, nobody wants to look like a moron, do they? All right. No, and what you're watching in practice is most people are just start babbling off, dude. All right. They'll just start babbling. Give me 1 second.
Program. Medicare is a socialist program. SNAP benefits. So it really depends on how you define socialism. I think people tried to exploit it as to what is being described as today.
I don't know. Desperation, lack of knowledge. I don't think they know the impact it could have. I don't know. Ignorance.
Anything goes as long as it's not a Republican, is the way people feel, I think. How are they going to?
And you asking an old, dried up white woman who's probably participating in No Kings protest. All right. Repeating some bull crap in here that one of these jokers done said. All right. Well, you don't get as much Republican shit if everybody is supporting the Democrats. That's just y'all fantasy as you hold your picket signs and folks dress up in like mascots and hog up the highway, nigga, doing the catfish slide, nigga. All right. Excuse me.
People feel, I think. How are they going to do all the stuff that was promised for you people when they voted for him? How is he going to do all that? Isn't that what we fought in Vietnam?
What?
Communism, which is kind of like the brother of the cousin or other of communism and socialism.
All right, I want to take quickly a look at this poll. The popularity of Democrat socialists and socialism as a whole, as Ruben said, moving across the country. Let's take a look at that. And while we're looking at the screen, Dom, I'll come to you for your thoughts. You are an independent. You're somewhere in the middle sometimes. How do you see the rise of socialism?
Yeah. And all this capitalism, socialism trash, dude. Trump and all his cronies, he don't mind when the Trump Hotel, all right, no, it's going to get funded with government dollars and what have you, and some of that good old capitalism at work. All right. No, that's when he ain't got a problem with it, dude. All right. Don't let people sell you shit, man. All right. Right. And all of a sudden, hey, capitalism ain't no problem with it. All right. No, when I'm getting ready to get hit off. You understand? All right. They about to give me a couple extra dollars. All right. More capitalism, nigga. All right. Yeah, I'm not with playing all of these terms in here. It's filth at the end of the day. We still have portions of a monarchy system here, Halls, but that's not fully there. What's in place that's holding and gelling every damn thing together. All right. No, not at all. All right. The gladiator fields and where they keep you distracted are still with rather basketball, football, or whatever sports they got nationwide. All right. Instagram, whatever, some rails. All right. Whatever it is, Halls, to where as though you're not looking straight forward and staring at this government, man. All right. Here's a bag of distractions. I catch one of you niggas too focused in here, Halls, I'll break something off in the back of your head, nigga. All right. Yes. Yeah. Get back to self-destruction, nigga. All right. Right. Get back to it. All right. And the biggest threat to America is a young, conscious black person. All right. Yes, indeed. That's the biggest threat. All right. I need you getting with some of these distractions, nigga. All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's where it's been at. That's why I said for numbers, All right, a numbers game. I mean, how can we know? The blue wall during the last election there collapsed in front of everybody. All right, just collapsed. All right, Trump won in like less than 2 hours. All right, hold on.
Yeah,
In
listen,
less
this
than
is
2
a
hours,
shocking
he was the victim.
statistic.
All right, this wasn't all long like I was with Biden, you know, couple days and shit. All right, possibly weeks or so. It just took a minute. All right, no, they got you right up out of there. Yeah, right. So that lets you know when somebody's sitting in here screaming for the cases of mass deportation, all that other shit, what the country feels. And I told y'all when this shit happens and it starts to break away, all right, no, people are not gonna be happy because the understanding is that your primary target is not niggers. All right, yeah, you're not just bothering black people. All right, yeah, you're gonna have a problem with that. You damn right. All right. That's what a lot of people were fooled on, man, until you seen them crashing your party. All right? Yeah. There ain't going to be none of that here. I'm just here to tell you, ain't going to be none of that. All right? Ex-Trump aide reacts to his new approval lows in Iran, something. Nobody want to hear that, dude. All right? Yeah, somebody that used to work for him was going to talk bad about him, man. For what? All right? Yeah, a lot of these niggas is standing outside and they can't do nothing. So you're throwing rocks and trying to hide your hand. You're slipping on CNN. And nigga, go sit down somewhere. All right? Before he do something else to you. Before he shut another door back there. All right? Hey, the man's got pull, man. He's got reach. All right? Hold on here. Democrats picked wrong. What is this going on here? All right? All right. The Democrats picked the wrong state first. All right. Yeah, let me go on over here to this for a second. I want to understand. They keep talking midterms. We got 4 months until it gets here, and look, you shouldn't be up in arms to give these bastards anything. Hold on here. It says why a DNC panels are recommended South Carolina as the first primary state. All right. Yeah, I don't even want to hear any crap like this. I'm just looking down. All right, give me a second. ICE could grab Haitians, all right, at any moment. Trump's TPS attack reeks of anti-black. Nigga, kiss my ass, nigga. All right? That's what I'm talking about, you freeloading niggas. All right? Anti-black niggas. Man, folks don't become black until it get cold outside, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, and you want to put your Black Panther hats on and your boots from Dixon Sports and Goods, nigga. All right? Yeah, you want to put your boots on. Huh? No, because you heard that the man's on your ass. All right? And he could roll up on you at any minute. All right? No, we don't accept any cases.
A number of immigrants in the United States were supportive of Donald Trump, believing.
All right, because it smells of the moment I get back on my feet, I'm still gonna be a problem for you niggas. All right, y'all, you got too many of your folks in here of Haitian descent sabotaging our damn government right now, nigga. All right, look at this ham hock head nigga on your screen. Hold on. All right, look at him. All right, collateral damage, Halls. All right. Yes, they want to keep these damn greasy niggas around for as long as possible. This is why he feels like talking about his reeks of anti-black what, nigga. All right, that's already been established. All right, if I'm not gonna go and start deporting white Latinos until October, yeah, of course this is racism. All right. Yeah, you don't want no Venezuelans and none of that till October, but I come get you niggas right now. Yeah, yes, racism is right here. Is that what you want to be said? All right. Okay. All right. But the problem is with holding your own nuts is that we don't come out the shadows, niggas. All right. With a cape on. All right. No, looking like goddamn Blade or what have you. We're not coming out the shadows. All right. To fight another nigga battles, dude. All right. This is why we want y'all to stop trying to put our names on your bullshit, dude. Just go fight your fight. All right, ain't nobody hating on you. All right, but we don't want you sampling our shit. All right, not at all. It seems anti-black. When did y'all ever care about shit being anti-black when you wanted to act funky towards freedmen? All right. No, it don't matter like shit when you got your people over here talking about some dirty black Americans. All right. No, we ain't forgetting any of this crap. All right. Yeah, and when people got lip like that, they got to go fight on their own, nigga. You understand? All right. Yeah, you're going to have to go ahead to get your back dirty. You understand? All right. Yeah, you got to hold your own nuts. All right.
Supportive of Donald Trump, believing in his economic policies and also themselves being quite anti-immigrant. Well, as a result of that, what did Donald Trump do? He targeted Haitians. He targeted others when it came to temporary protected status. Well, over to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court allowed him to end that. And so you're talking now about more than 300 people who are in jeopardy of being deported, who today have lost their status. Joining us right now to talk about this very issue are a couple of guests. I want to bring them up right now. We have Abraham Papalos, Deputy Director, Black Alliance for Just Immigration, Johan LeBlanc, National Security Law and Foreign Relations expert.
There's a couple niggas walking around with this hairstyle in particular. All right. Some of them try to raise it up high when they get done fresh. All right. It's just a little bit of hair up at the top. All the sides is shaved off, but then you get like 6 or 7 dreadlocks at the top or something. All right. Yeah, I don't know what type of hairstyle this is. All right. But he's the second person I done seen, dude. No, the other nigga joint, I guess his started like a little bit further in the back of his head. All right. And it wasn't really a hairline to speak of. All right. Right.
Have both of you as well. Abraham, I'm going to start with you. I mean, this is a day
this is like
that folks dreaded.
Hold on. It's about the same thing. Hold on, man. I'm distracting. Hold on. Let me pause this. All right. Fair use. Yeah, man. I got that bullshit.
I think was walking across the hill trying to get the Senate to support her bill to reestablish that temporary protected status. And what this is a direct assault on immigrants. That's what Donald Trump and Stephen Miller have been focused on. And if you are a Haitian immigrant in this country right now, you're likely scared to death because ICE could grab you at any moment and deport you back to Haiti.
Check this out.
It's something like that, man. I can't really account for these niggas. Give me 1 second. All right. It could be any random nigga coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have reports of ICE trying to wrap up sort of enforcement operations out in Florida and Texas and parts of New York. I also just want to back up a little bit to let people know exactly what happened. Temporary protected status is a designation that's given by the U.S. government to immigrants who cannot go back to their country due to ongoing conflict, environmental disasters, or political instability. Haitians were awarded that in 2010 when 200,000 to 300,000 people had died because of the earthquake and 1.5 million people have been displaced.
And we understand that. And that's why they have been able to chill all the way up until recent, sir. All right. Temporary status, sir, can be validated. Both things can still be the truth, brother. That's what I'm saying. They both things in these cases can be 1,000% accurate. All right. Yes, they gave you temporary status. You chilled. You lived it up. The land of milk and honey, plus XYZ benefits and checks and all this shit that comes with it, and the rights to work and get your work permit and All right, get you a little license and a voucher for a car as well as a voucher for your home. All right, all of these damn things in here. All right, yes indeed. All right, so you got to enjoy the spoils of America. It's like I said, both things can be true. All right, but temporary means temporary, dude. All right, that means that at least for this case politically, all right, if the political coins didn't juggle on the Democratic side for them to win, you was gonna feel the full wrath of Donald Trump's boot, and now here we are. No, here we are. God damn it! All right, hey, you were a pawn on the table. All right, talking about a chess game. All right, that's where you were used as. All right, and as sad as it is looking at this, like I said, I don't want no trauma or folks be going through it like that, Halsey. All right, no, I ain't got no heart like Hitler, man. All right, but at some point you got to go home, nigga. You feel me? No, you done sat there for years waving your flag in front of people's faces. All right, talking about in my country this and in my country that. Now you can really show us how it's done. All right, respect to you. And you can take every coin and nickel that you have made in America and make it pop over there. All right, shit. If you believe and think in positive results, you're going to go ahead to achieve that. If you sitting here with your lip poked out talking about them people going to jump on my ass that I stole from, which they probably will. All right. But if you come in there moping, all right, yeah, you're probably not going to be comfortable and you're going to feel the disconnect of good resources and good water and, all right, no, a fruitful damn groceries and shit like that. That's gonna bother you immediately. All right, if you come in there moping, nigga. Now, if you got a plan, that's not gonna bother you at all. All right, because you understand, like our nation was built and all this other shit. All you have to do is go ahead to make sure that you are creating and building communities upon you that are civilized and that want something, nigga. All right, and that's how you get money popping. All right. Yeah, make sure that everybody is straight here. Folks is mentally prepared to work, dude. All right. They ain't on no bullshit. All right. Yeah, you need people that are dedicated that'll say, all right, dude, we're going to make sure that the block ain't dusty, nigga. All right. We're going to go out of our way to make sure, all right, no, people ain't being victimized or robbed or kidnapped or any of the stuff that they claim that's taking place in their homeland. All right. Yeah, y'all got to get on code collectively as a community, all right, to stop shit like that happen because you are the damn government, dude, the people. All right, yes, indeed. That goes for anybody's land where they live at. If the mass amount of people don't do anything when things get oppressive, folks going upside of your head and kicking your ass, and you understand, well, then whatever they just did to you is now in the land of the law, nigga. All right, yeah. All right, you're not going to call for public outrage or drag a nigga out the house, or you understand? All right, you gotta look for white society. When they get mad at these politicians, they show up to your house with pickup trucks, nigga, and shotguns. All right, that's how they show up to your house. All right, yeah, this is how they show up to the Senate floor, nigga. All right, the doors outside. All right, no, with AR-15s and bulletproof vests, nigga. All right, that's how they come to talk to the politicians. All right, and I told y'all even 30 times worse. When you go start looking in places like Mexico, nigga. All right, them niggas will blow the politician brains out, nigga, in front of a crowd of hundreds of people, dude. All right, I've seen the one nigga, all you see is the gun. You don't even see him. You just see the gun go to the back of his head. Wham! All right, no witnesses, baby. Hundreds of people scram, nigga. No witnesses. Nobody seems to know what happened, nigga. All right, that seems like that's what the law of the land is over there. I'm talking about from a prime politician that got commercials out, money backing them. All right, yeah, nigga popped up with that thing because he was in the streets talking about dismembering and taking away the gains. All right, that's what he was saying. All right, and I guess one of them didn't appreciate that. All right, and they ain't got nothing. If there is a politician chilling in Mexico, breathing, relaxing, and in charge, it's because they got some type of reasonable deal with the cartel. All right, because if you don't, they're gonna murk you, dude. All right, on all accords, nigga, on national television, wherever, nigga. All right, they don't care. All right, that's what that shit showed me. All right, I said, damn, dude. All right, I'm talking about it's sunny outside. People are enjoying themselves. The beach is right there. All right, folks are gathered by the hundreds and thousands, nigga. All right, he was smiling, doing a report. All right, and wham. All right, no, a nigga turned his TV right off. All right, yes, indeed. That's how I go down politically in Mexico, just like that. No witnesses, nigga. None. They say he's like Lawrence Fishburne say. All right, on King of New York, nigga. He said, I don't leave no witnesses. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. That's what happens to those, at least the jokers there in Mexico here, dude. All right. If you ain't down with all right, with the folks bringing the dope in there. You understand? Yes, indeed. A lot of these, cartels have their own militaries that are formed with that, man. It's not just a damn cartel. Mm-hmm. And they got folks holding things and stuff like that. Let me get back here to this here.
And since then, it has been redesignated for various reasons, Hurricane Matthew, political instability. And so the Supreme Court, in a 6-3 ruling, basically said, one, that DHS security can be eliminated, right? And then putting Haitians at risk with no protection from deportation and expiring.
We're not their damn father, dude. All right, we ain't your daddy, man. No, how much? What do you want? All right, no, you come around here looking at us. All right, sizing up the taxpayers' dollars of U.S. citizens. All right, hands rubbed together like Birdman. All right, no, how much you was trying to get, yo? All right, some of these niggas been eating for well over 20-something years, nigga. All right, eating good. All right, no, what all you was trying to get? All right, no, at some point you got to get out, yo. All right, a nigga got I'm talking about a bowl pouring over the top in here, all the resources in the world. All right, you didn't got hit off. This is how I'm looking at it. All right, yeah, and we didn't ask you kindly, dude. Man, we're gonna need you to get off the premises, dude. You got to roll. All right. Yeah, and you getting all of this pull and pushback, man. It is not American citizens' thing here, dude. All right, to feel oppression about the ass whooping that you gonna get when you get home. It's your land, nigga. All right, no, it's your shit. All right, at least can't nobody tell you got to get out of there. All right, right. You're actually a citizen, nigga. All right. Hold on 1 second. You can get right to work. Hold on 1 second.
Work permit authorization. All of this under the guise of anti-Black racism. So that is what happened. And you are correct that the Haitian community is very concerned, as they should be.
Johanna, and here's the issue. Or the other problem is here. When it comes to Trump, they don't care when the hell they send people. You're the possibility they might dump Haitian immigrants in some other country that they never heard of.
I think you made a very good point, Roland, because when you go on GHS's website, it says that Haitian nationals do not have to go to Haiti, but they can't stay here. So what does that mean? I think that if they don't go home, where you suggest?
We're just suggesting that you get your ass up out of here, Halls, and don't play games with us, nigga. Come from behind there. That's the suggestion. All right. All this about where your ass is going at isn't our business. All right. He said, nigga, your ass better not be right there when I come back, nigga. All right. Right. That's what it is. All right. And they're saying that to you properly and as kind as possible. We need clarification. No, you don't. You know what it means when somebody tell you to get the hell out of here. All right. Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. If rather you need this spoken in Chinese or Arabic, all right, right, or in Spanish, mm-hmm. But you know what it means when somebody tells you to get the digging, nigga. All right, you know what it means. All right. No, all of a sudden you confusing shit. You don't know a whole lot. All right. You see what I mean? You see what I'm talking about? All right. We need clarification. No, you don't, Halls. All right. Not at all. Mm-mm. Yo. Yeah. What's going on?
What that language means. I think go home where that understand that.
All right. Proper protocol means that everybody got to get together and get down the road. That's what that means, man. And it's going to be dark out there when it happens. All right. No, it may not be pretty. You understand? But that's why the U.S. gave you all of that shit while you was here. All right. No, just in case something like this might happen. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they talking about they'll give you upwards to somewhere about $2,000 if you self-deport. All right. Now, while you sitting up in here arguing with people about what the circumstances is, you could be going ahead to get yourself set up here real quick, Halls. All right. Possibly one of these little border towns if you can get in there. All right. Get your resources there in order for about 2 years. All right. Or so, or some change. All right. And then hopefully, as you said, if things switch politically, all right, you'll have a joker there in place that's going to let you come right back in the damn country. Now, do I see it? No, I don't, man. Not even with all this midterm talk. All right. Because too much chaos and degeneracy happened underneath of the damn Democrats, man. Trash, dude. Havoc. All right. Niggas stacked piled over top of each other. All right. Folks scared to walk down streets and shit, man. Folks still got nightmares of Biden in that office for 4 years, man. All right. Compared to this. All right. Shit. And ain't nobody getting
Who may be
next.
American citizens who have
That's
to
how I
ultimately
like it.
country with their loved ones.
If we can't all eat, then it shouldn't nobody get nothing, nigga. All right. Politically, that's how it's supposed to wrap around. Hold on 1 second here. If we can't all eat, nobody should get anything. That's how I look at it. All right. But you got folks getting snatched up here year to date as far as it's in this administration. And you got individuals down here, at least, that understand that there is no safe haven for you hiding up underneath their nuts. All right. No, ain't none. Mm-hmm. I have people had us as they scapegoat, so you can always lean into niggas and talk about how bad we doing. All right. Well, Traction, something here with this system. I got this here. Much love to the good people. Still rolling, man. I don't care to keep going to a further interview of No Neck Martin, man. All right, that's enough. All right, you've been bullshitted long enough by certain people. You don't want no more. All right. What's going on here? It says Deshaun's manager is taking 30% that would be $600K out of a 2.1 million purse is absolutely insane. Keyshawn is the one putting his life on the line in the ring, and not the manager. The math is ridiculous. How the hell does he get goddamn $600,000? All right, no, it all smells wrong, man. All right, you talking about what Uncle Sam going to tax you, man? They're going to go ahead to take tax from you first out of there, so your million, your 2 million is like a million, and then you got to give him 600,000. All right, you still got to pay your manager and your promoter. All these other folks in here, I think he is the manager or whatever, but you still your promoter. I guess he is the promoter, but you still have to pay your trainers and all of these other folks. All right, that's what I'm saying. When he get down to the end, he ain't going to have nothing. All right. That's ridiculous that he get that much money off the top, man. All right. So I say, y'all look at some of these little actors or entertainers or people there in the industry. Taraji P. Henson sat on stage and broke her money down and explained to you why she got to keep working. Jadakiss did this shit too. All right. For all the rich or wealthy people that you feel or you deem fit here. All right, that are just so wealthy that it's just like this and that. No, if they stop working, then everything falls apart. All right, then the bottom falls out. All right, so ain't nobody that you see out here is in a place where they can just stop working, nigga. All right, not even Jim Carrey, nigga. All right, that's why he had to come back out there to do that Sonic movie. All right, absolutely. Marvel doesn't care about black people here. All right, look here. Marvel, Wonder Man 2 canceled. Blade, all right, 7 years in development in hell. All right, hold on here. But Black Captain America, sideline. All right, Armor War, Black Lead to being wiped out in new Iron Man movie. All right, hold on here. Moon Girl, canceled. All right, Monica. All right, hold on here. Monica Rabu, where the F is she? All right, I'm trying to go ahead to pronounce this here, but he's absolutely correct here. All right, I guess that was supposed to be the new circumstances of Blade as was trying to bring this back here. Let me show it to y'all. Yeah, and you got all of this extra shit going on with the new Black Panther because a lot of people don't enjoy the character there, man. All right, so that's mixed messages with that. Folks looking at Ryan Coogler like, hey, brother. All right. Nah, we fool with you. All right. But can you do something with this character you got over here? All right. I guess he's supposed to be T'Challa's son or what have you. All right. Yeah, man. Oh, it is what it is. All right. I've seen him act before. Is he a good actor? Yeah. All right. Yeah, and in the cases of that, this is the way I'm looking at it too here. Wakanda is supposed to be this imaginary place, and they're supposed to be foreign anyway. So it doesn't, all right, for its core of things, I'm not saying that it goes ahead to speak directly to the circumstances of freedmen. All right. Now, shit like Harriet Tubman, that's directly ours, dude. All right. Yeah, and you see Cynthia Erivo taking that role, like, yeah, I feel some type of way. All right. But for the origins of the circumstances of a Black Panther and its story as a whole, yeah, I don't see no problem with it. All right. Yeah, what's my opinion? I don't, it is what it is. All right. Main Man ain't a bad actor. I've seen him play in that Aliens movie. And it's also happening like this because, as I told y'all, every 5 years, even for the white guys, they go recycle these guys, man. Because then you got to pay them a whole bunch of bread now to play in these movies. All right. So as quick as they hype some of these white dudes up, man, you see the next rotation coming in every 5 years. All right. This is what they do now. All right. Yeah, shit. They financially oversaturate the market and then are forced to do this. You watching it in the damn TV shows, is you watching Power and all this other shit. Yes, after about 4 or 5 seasons, they gotta let it go. All right, because all this renegotiation and keep coming to the table, these people are going to be expected to eat more. All right, it happens all the time. It's the natural nature of the business. All right, and how folks are avoiding and kind of copping out of that deal is to just shut it down altogether and go start another one with a whole new group of people. All right, add a couple folks sprinkled from here, there, where I ain't really got to pay like that. All right, and keep it going. Look at the Power series. All right, shit. All right, as I told y'all, paying Mary J. Blige was very expensive, dude. All right, yeah, they keep Monet in there. All right, you got in here, and every year they get more popular. The characters are more big, and you got to pay them more. Yes, indeed. So they went to here to give you that last joint that they had there, the last joint of the season 4, what have you, even with Tommy Force. And they figure if they're going to go ahead to have these 2 primary characters there, then that's what they should have. All right, go ahead, take it back to New York City or what have you. I'm not sure how they're going to use Tasha's character or any one of the others, but to simply have Tyreek and we say Tommy there in the streets due to whatever, yeah, that's a good story to keep going.